Welcome back to another episode of Dumb and Broke. I'm your host, Bryan Shapiro.
Woo!
And today I have a really fun episode because I have a new friend here with me, Emma. Hi, Emma.
Hi. Do I wave to the camera?
You wave to me.
Hi.
Emma is a new friend of mine that I made in New York City, in Greenpoint. She's one of my friends that I met at a bar, and it's actually a pretty funny story because I'm not even going to mention the bar because that bar doesn't deserve a shout out.
No.
But I don't remember exactly how we met, but I just remember convincing you that I was in a throuple with Vanessa and her husband. Vanessa I had on my pod a few weeks ago, and you were totally convinced.
Yeah. I guess I just was like really afraid of it being true and doubting you. You know what I mean? Because that's not an uncommon thing. You know, like we live in Brooklyn.
That's so true.
You know, so I think in my head I was like, well, yeah, this could totally happen. Like, of course it can.
Yeah.
Also, I was like really drunk. It was like, you know,
True.
the middle of the night, the middle of the morning.
And like you were even asking, you were being so respectful. You were asking questions. You were like, so like, do you ever get jealous? Like, because I was explaining that I'm the addition. Like they were like the established married couple, and I'm just like, I was like, yeah, I do get jealous. And you were like, you were like being so sweet about it. And then I think we forgot about it. And then I came around like an hour later. I was like, oh, I was kidding. And you were like,
and I was like, kidding about what?
So now it's like this.
Who are you?
Oh my god. And when was that? That was like December, January?
That must have been, I think that was November, because I think that we met you the night before we went to LCD, and you guys had just come from it.
Yes.
Something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was something along those lines.
Yeah, so that's either end of November or early December.
Yeah. Wow.
What a wild time. And then we've been like hanging out ever since, and it's been so fun.
Yeah.
We go to like I think Minnows deserves a shout out.
Totally.
Shout out to Minnows.
Yes.
That's a spot that we frequent.
Yes.
But yeah, it's been cool. Like I feel like we're still kind of like getting to know each other, and I feel like I'm going to learn so much more about you today.
Probably.
So that's really exciting.
Probably.
But yeah, so obviously this podcast, I talk to my friends about like their jobs and just whatever comes to mind. But and like I said, I'm like still kind of getting to know you. I know you kind of work in like the agency world, which I do too. But like, what do you do?
Yeah, so I work at an ad agency. The office itself is in Brooklyn, East Williamsburg. I just started at this agency in October. My official title is senior designer. The job that I was at before this was senior art director. I prefer that title. I'm not a really hands-on designer. I think that a lot of the people who are on my level and some that are on a more junior level than me are way more talented as a designer. I'm really like an art director through and through, which is more like the visualization, the concept, the getting that all put together, and then the designers are like the people who execute it. So I'm kind of struggling with that title, but it's all good.
Yeah, when I hear your title, I think, oh, you're a graphic designer.
Oh my.
Is that what you get a lot? Is that what
I
people
think
think?
that's what a lot of people think. That's like what my little sister thought that I was forever, and I had to like explain to her that is a totally different job from what I do. It's more like technical. Graphic designers are kind of trained differently than me.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a whole other major at my school.
Oh,
actually.
so it's like completely different.
Not completely, but like what I do is a little more conceptual and focused specifically for advertising, where like I think a graphic designer, and I could be wrong, this could be my perception of it, a graphic designer is more like, I think they're more talented, like hands-on. It's mostly like artists who can like digitally produce things, or yeah.
So you I mean, you must be like you're not entry level. You're
no, yeah.
So what is like an entry level position of what you're doing?
So I started out as just, my title was art director. So you start out as an art director.
That seems like a big title for a.
Yeah, and then I went junior art director, I think, or maybe it was junior then art director. I don't really remember. I worked at a really, really small agency. Like when I left, there was only like 10 of us. When I started, it was me and my boss, and we shared a desk at a WeWork. So I kind of like made my own title. Like I took the junior off my title one day in my like email signature.
You gave yourself a promotion?
Yeah, I
that.
did, but there was no pay raise. I think I took myself out to lunch. I was like, woo!
You deserve it.
Yeah. So yeah, you start as like a junior art director, and then I became senior art director. Now I'm senior designer, which is a lateral role. And then next would be associate creative director, group creative director, and then like you die.
And like, do you like work with like a variety of different clients, or is it kind of like a specific?
No,
industry?
it's a variety of different clients. So like just today, I was briefed on something for Netflix, and then I was briefed on something that's like wine and spirits, and I'm also working on something that like you like could buy at a gas station. I don't want to call out names just 'cause whatever, but total variety of different clients. Last place that I was at was a lot of food and beverage, and then we worked on like communications, like Spectrum and stuff like that. So I worked on a lot of different things, which is cool. You learn so much.
Totally. I'm in my first agency. Like, I worked at agencies as an intern, like when I was in college, but like for 7 years I was in-house, like working in tennis, and just in January I started working at an agency. Completely different ballgame.
Yeah.
Definitely learning so much. Like I feel like I've learned so much in like these 6 months than I did in like my last like 3 years at my previous job. I don't know if I'm necessarily enjoying it more though, but I am learning more. Have you ever worked in-house?
No.
No.
I've only had, I graduated, I had an internship at like a pretty big PR agency that had like an in-house, sorry, there's a bug.
Sorry, my house
it's okay. No,
trash.
it's summer. Summer. And then I graduated on a Thursday and started a full-time job that Monday.
Holy shit.
And worked there for almost 6 years. And then I left there and went to this new job in October.
So you kind of have like similar
so I don't have a lot of like, I have a lot of experience, but I feel like I don't have like real world work experience. Like I worked at like a startup and I just like made all the rules. Like I was like, yeah, like I'm just going to do this. And my boss was like, okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you had like a small team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a really small team.
That is kind of a good thing. But
good and bad.
If you have a small team budget, then that's bad.
Right.
Yeah.
And not even budget. Like now I work at a big agency and I started during the pandemic, so I started virtually. So I still feel so new and it's almost been a year.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like I don't know people and like I'm still finding my footing, and I mean it's all good, but I think it's taking me, I think the pandemic had something to do with it, and then just because I was like such a big fish in a small pond, and now like I'm such a small fish in a big pond, which is fine.
I feel that too. I go into the office like twice a week, and like I feel like I'm going to like a WeWork situation.
Yeah.
Like I go in, I'm like, who the fuck are you guys? Like, do you even work here?
Most people are really like, who the fuck is that?
No, they're probably like, he doesn't even go here. I'm like, you're right, but I actually don't work here. But thank you for having me.
But I heard there was free lunch, so I came in.
I'm actually mad about that. I feel like when return to office happened, I had this. I don't remember exactly when, but I had COVID, so I didn't like start obviously, and like that whole first 2 weeks, they had like a bunch of free food, and I wasn't there, and then I joined, and I haven't had one fucking free meal. I'm like so pissed.
I mean, I have no response to that.
I know, it's disrespectful. Speaking of summer, you said summer when referring to the fly, which is my pet. Oh, speaking of pets, can you see Noah? They can see Noah, I think. He's definitely in the shot. But speaking of summer, my fucking electricity bill was $200.
Don't tell me that.
Oh yeah, because you just...
I haven't been there that long.
Right.
I was assuming that it was going to be high because I moved in. I was in the apartment for 2 weeks, and then I went on a 2-week trip. When I came back, my bill was $60, and I was like, how? Like, I hadn't even installed my air conditioning yet.
Ah, oh my God.
I don't put the air conditioner on. If you come to my house, it's actually a sauna.
Really?
I'm afraid of my bill.
Yeah, this AC, this huge machine is always running, but also because I have a cat. Like, I don't want to kill him.
Oh, no, I open the windows.
Yeah, well, and that's my only window.
Oh, God.
But
yeah, I have a lot. I have 2 in the front, 2 in the back, so like cross ventilation. But like, There's been some days where I just take like cold showers.
Really? At the end of the day, yeah, I've taken cold showers
Yeah.
too, and they feel pretty good.
Yeah.
We just found out that we live like pretty much a block away from each other.
Like around the corner.
Yeah, like
I had no idea.
you probably could like count the amount of steps.
Yeah.
With like 2 hands.
I had no idea.
I mean,
I just moved though.
Yeah.
To
true.
the spots.
And we both lived in the same neighborhood for a bit.
Yeah.
But I just moved here in January. You just moved your spot like a month or two ago.
I was like way down the street.
Yeah.
Way out of the way.
Did you live anywhere else besides Greenpoint previously?
Yeah, I did.
How long have you been in New York?
Well, I'm from New York. Well,
Oh, yeah.
I'm from upstate
Upstate.
New York. Yeah.
But I mean New York City.
Well, before I lived in Greenpoint, I unfortunately lived in Hoboken.
Oh.
That was for like,
I have no response to that.
yeah. I mean, the nice part was I worked on in the West Village, so you just get off the path and I walked, like, my commute was a joke. Like, I'd wake up at 9 a.m., and I'm not kidding, and go to work. So that was really nice. And Hoboken is really nice. It's just, like, not the vibe. Like, I never went out. I also, like, at the time had a boyfriend, so, like, I wasn't there for the nightlife, obviously. And then before that, I was up at my parents'. So, like, but I went to school in New York, so, like, I don't know how to answer that question.
You went to school in New York City?
Mm-hmm. I went to FIT.
Ah, I don't think I knew that, or I forgot that.
Now you know. Yeah, Fashion
Cool.
Institute. Not for fashion. That's a common misconception. I did not go for fashion.
You studied art?
I studied advertising design. So they basically just like breed art directors, people to work in advertising. So creative directors.
Nice.
Yeah, it was cool. I really liked it there. I really enjoyed it.
Where is FIT?
27th and 7th, between
Oh, okay.
7th and 8th. They like close the whole street down so you can walk, to and from. There's like all the classes are on the north side of the block, and then there's dorms on the south side of the block.
Did you stay in the dorms?
The first year I did. Wow.
Yeah. I did dorms my first year at school too.
Yeah.
That was a wild time. I shit my pants the first day of school. I wish I was kidding.
Elaborate.
Okay, I have actually been debating if I ever wanted to tell this story,
What?
and I thought this story would have been brought up with Vanessa because we just like love talking about poop and farts and stuff. But so the first day of fall semester, so I started school in the summer. Like I started early, like I did like 6 weeks, and then I went home for 2 weeks, and then came back for the fall semester.
Why? Because
I don't
you're
know.
an
I just wanted to
overachiever?
Yeah, basically.
Oh.
I just wanted to get the fuck out. You know?
Okay,
I was
okay.
just like ready to leave home. And,
Yeah.
Also, that's when I came out of the closet then, so I was like ready to be gay. Like I was like,
Yeah.
I was ready.
You wanted to fly that flag.
Yeah, because I decided I wasn't exactly. I was not out in high school at all. As soon as I like stepped foot in college, I was like, "Hi, I'm gay, and my name is Bryan." Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that like
Yeah.
I didn't have to like not that anyone like had to like guess, but anyways. So
I know what you're saying, though. It was like a whole new identity, and you were ready to just start, and you didn't want to have to explain to anybody else, and it was just easier to clean slate.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's also why I went to the school I went to, because like no one from my high school is really going there. Like,
Where'd you go?
I went to University of South Florida in Tampa.
Okay.
Yeah, so like all of my friends, or like pretty much my whole school either went to like FSU, UF, UCF.
Sorry.
Are you drunk already?
Yeah, I'm wasted.
Emma has me drinking wine, which like
He said I'm the only person that he's drank with.
seriously, like my other friends are gonna be so pissed because they always like want to like go and have a wine night, and I'm like, no, I don't drink wine, and you have me drinking wine.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, that was loud. Wait, so do you really want to hear this poop story?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can't start like
Mm-hmm.
bring it all the way back.
All right, let me try and make it quick. So I came back for the fall semester, and I already had like some friends. So I was living in a dorm with 3 other dudes. We all had our individual.
Like a suite.
It was like a suite. We had our own bedrooms.
What?
So it was a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, but like tiny. Like
I know, but having your own bedroom.
I know, it was nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I was like, I'm coming here. I'm gay. I'm not trying to like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I was trying to get it cracking. I didn't get it cracking, by the way.
Okay.
But
Okay. The intention was there.
Yeah, still not getting it cracking. Wow, I haven't grown up. But getting it cracking. Ew, what the fuck is that? feel like I'm avoiding the story.
Yeah.
Focus. Okay. So I dropped my stuff. I was the first person to bring my stuff into the dorm. I dropped it, and then I went to go meet some friends at their dorm. We ate at the dining hall first, and then we went to their dorm. And as soon as we got to the dorm, my stomach, I was like, oh, I gotta go. But I didn't say anything to anyone because
you just met them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, these were friends that I met through the summer, so
I still wouldn't.
Yeah.
Share that with them.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and remember, there was no one in my dorm. The 3 guys that I was living with weren't there yet. I didn't go to eat with them. I was the first person there, dropped my stuff off, and then met with other friends.
Okay.
So then when I was with those friends, I felt like I had to go.
Right.
So I started walking. It was a little bit of a walk. It was a 10-minute walk. I was wearing jean cutoff shorts. So they hug tight around right above my knee. Halfway through the walk, it happens. Thank God for those cutoffs because they...
Did it slip right out?
No, it didn't because they were kind of tight. That it stopped. Oh, this is so embarrassing. But so then I get to my dorm. All my roommates are there.
With their parents, they're moving in.
I don't think any parents were there, but or 2 of the roommates were there, and they were unpacking whatnot. Yeah. I ran straight to the bathroom.
Hey, are you unpacking any clean pants that would fit me?
I didn't say hi to them. I go right to the bathroom and I take off. And the shower's there. I don't have a towel. I don't have anything with me, but I'm just butt ass naked. And then out of nowhere, I start hearing a spray sound right outside the door, shh. They were spraying air freshener.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I decided that right then and there, I'm not going to be friends with them. And I didn't. That whole year, I didn't hang out with them.
Oh no.
I was good thing I already have friends.
Yeah.
I barely.
You're never friends with your roommates, though. That's such a rare occurrence that, oh my God, I had the worst experience with that. Before I went to FIT, I went to another state school upstate, and, wow. Yeah. It's part of the reason why I left.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it drama?
No, not drama. It was just, I don't want to get into that.
Roommates are tough. I mean,
it's hard.
Think
about that. How crazy is that concept? You're going away from your home probably for the first time. That was the first time I lived anywhere but the house that I grew up in.
And what, you're
ever.
18?
Yeah, 18 years old. I was an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm still an idiot, but I was a bigger idiot then. And you're in the same room. I was in a forced triple. So it was a bunk bed and a twin bed in one room. No kitchen, no living room, nothing. The door just opened up to the hallway. 3 girls in one bedroom, probably smaller than the apartment.
Yeah.
How is that?
Yeah.
I can't believe that's a thing.
I know. That's why, is this the first time you were living by yourself in New York City?
This is the first time I'm living by myself.
Oh, period.
Yeah, period.
Wow. How are you liking it?
So I do like it. I did go through, an episode of... It's hard to say.
You're going to cry?
No.
Please do. This is great content.
Good for the views. I was really excited when I moved in. I was like, this is awesome, blah, blah, blah. And then it was kind of oh my God, this is a lot of money. How am I going to do this on my own? So there was a lot of mixed feelings. Mm-hmm. And I came out of a situation, I kind of had to break my lease and whatever, all this. So I had a lot of mixed feelings about it. And the first couple of weeks, I think I was just trying to find my groove. I was so excited to decorate it. I am the Facebook marketplace queen. Mm-hmm. I also can find amazing things. I am the stoop finder queen. I got to show you this chair that I found on the side of the road the other day. It's beautiful.
Oh my God.
Everything in my apartment is
I never find
from the side
good.
of the road. You got to walk. You got to go for walks.
That gold mirror, I don't know if you saw it near the bathroom, that I found on the road the other day.
Yeah. Most of the things in my apartment. One man's trash is another man's treasure. One man's trash is in my apartment.
Actually, I don't know if you want to know this, but I found these outside. Oh the cups that we're drinking out of, I found outside. But I sterilized them.
Did you wash them?
No.
Oh, okay. Rainwater. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. The alcohol will kill it.
But yeah, true. But yeah, roommates are tough. I will never go back. I mean.
Yeah, no, I'm never I don't even know if I could live with a significant other.
I know. I like it too much. My.
It does get lonely. Do you get lonely?
Yeah, I definitely do. Noah helps. My cat
Yeah.
definitely helps. You don't have a pet?
No. I don't know if I'm allowed to have pets. My landlord does not speak English.
Uh,
She has a dog. But
is she
I'm
Polish?
not like a big pet person.
Hmm.
I
Yeah, Emma was low key scared of Noah.
Yeah, I'm afraid of cats. I'm also afraid of dogs.
Really?
Yeah. I know yeah. I I thought about getting a fish. Just like a- for aesthetic reasons, like I thought like a fishbowl would look cute in my living room. And then I was like,
I have to feed it.
yeah.
I'm kidding. You're not.
No. And then I was like, oh god, would it like attract mice? So then I was like, never mind.
Would it?
I don't know. That's like my thought process,
Oh,
though.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I've that's another thing. I am, and knock on fucking wood. I've never seen like a mice in any of my apartments.
Oh, good
And
for you.
yeah, because like I feel like it's very very common.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid of what's gonna happen. Maybe.
It's probably because of your cat.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
probably scared.
Yeah.
It's probably infested, and Noah's just like scaring them away. But yeah, like I feel like that would freak me out, and I would
Oh,
run
it's
away.
the absolute worst. There's nothing worse. It feels so invasive, and there's nothing you can do. Like, part of it is because it's New York.
Yeah.
Another part of it is because you're living in a building with other people, so you can be as clean as you want. But if
Mhm.
the person next to you is disgusting, and there's a way into your apartment, too bad.
And most of these buildings are like over
So
100 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they're in there. So
Yeah, now that we're done talking about poop and rats.
let's talk about being single in New York.
Oh, let's talk about it.
Because I've definitely I've talked a lot about dating in New York and just dating in general with like pretty much everyone
Yeah.
that I've had on the pod. But I feel like I've missed like a huge component, and that's just like the being single aspect, and like
Yeah.
and I feel like a lot of people when you say you're single, like their first instinct is to be like, oh, you'll find someone soon, and it's like, well, when? But also like it's okay.
Yeah.
Like I was just on the phone with my grandma today, and she's like, I wish you'd find someone. I was like,
Oh.
me too, but like it's fine. I was like, I have friends. Like,
Yeah.
she's like, oh, good, you have friends. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god, this is so sad. But yeah, so you were in a relationship like back in college. When was your last relationship?
My last relationship ended literally right before the pandemic. Well, not really. Like September 2019. And we have been together for a long time. We're still good friends. Like we're all good. But yeah, then the pandemic hit and like nobody was dating anybody. That wasn't top of mind for me. And then last summer was like a free for all. Like just meeting people. Like last summer felt like everybody wanted to meet each other, whether it be
Last summer was fun.
relationship wise or just friends. Like everybody felt in the city like
Sorry, I do that every single podcast.
what was I talking about?
Last summer, everyone wanted to meet.
It just felt like everybody was so friendly. Like I think we were so cooped up, so that felt good. And then what do you want to know about being single?
What do I want to know? I don't know. I've been like So I'm in the same. Wow, we actually have a lot in common because I was in a long-term relationship, ended end of 2019. Been single ever since. Only difference is we're not friends.
Yeah.
But
it took a lot to get there. Like
to get to friends.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There was like not talking. So like it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
But we have been in each other's lives for a long time, and it's just better that way.
Yeah.
Somebody that I care about. So I'm not somebody. I don't hold grudges. I get over things, and I think it's just so much easier to forgive people than to like.
Hold on to that.
Oh my God, you did like who cares?
I wish I was more like that. I definitely hold grudges. Like.
I don't have the energy. Also, I have a really bad memory.
Of.
Just everything.
Oh.
Sometimes I don't
thought
remember
you wanted
what
to share. I thought you were saying like I have a bad memory that I really want to share with you, but you mean like you literally have a bad.
No, like my memory is really bad. So like sometimes I forget like bad things that happen.
Oh.
So like I can't harbor hard feelings for people because I'm like, I don't remember that happening.
That's kind of a blessing in disguise, really.
Yeah, maybe it's like a defense mechanism, actually. That could be unpacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is actually a therapy session, so do you want to talk about...
You're going to need more than an hour.
and more than just this little bit of wine. Speaking of. But yeah, I mean, it actually took me a while to appreciate being single.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think at first I was sad because, you know, you're just so used to, like, that comfortability of, like, just having someone there. But then I started, like, realizing, like, wow, and maybe this is, like, these are toxic traits that no person should go through in a relationship. But, like, I always felt like I had to, like, report to my partner. Like, if I were to go out at night without them, like, I had to, like, constantly check in and then, like, let them know when I got home. And if I was, like, too late, like, just, like, all that. And then, like, if I wanted to sleep in the next morning, like, I would have, like, 50 text messages and, like, 30 missed calls. And, like, I would feel guilty for that. And, like, I know, and now I know that that's insane.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm just enjoying, like, just not having to worry about someone else, you know? Yeah. Like, I'm just, like, living for me.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's huge. Like, there's some people who never get there.
Yeah.
Like, they always need somebody else, which is fine, too. Like, everybody's different, you know? Like, and everybody wants different things. I personally, there was a point in my life where I was like, I want a boyfriend. And, like, that didn't get me anywhere good.
Yeah.
You know?
I never understood, like, some people, like, get into relationships so quickly, and I'm like, how do you do that?
Yeah, first of all, where did you find them?
That.
Second of all, just why? Like, were you ever, like, and this isn't one specific relationship, but do you know that feeling when you're in a relationship and, like, let's say you're out with them, like, you're out with a group of friends, and then you see, like, your friends having fun, and you feel, like, tied down to this person, and you're like, ugh, I wish I was single. And then sometimes you're out and you see, like, a couple together and they're so cute and you're like, ugh. Like, you always want what you can't have kind of thing is what I'm trying to get to. I don't feel that way anymore. Yeah. Like, now I'm like, I wake up every day. I do whatever I want. Nobody's bothering me. And I will ruin my own day. I don't need anybody else to do that. Like, I am so good at doing it on my own.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally.
But also, like, you learn to make yourself happy. Like, you're like, I'm going to buy myself a nice dinner and have a nice bottle of wine and just chill at home and eat chocolate. Like, I don't need somebody else to do that.
Financially, it's so much better, too. Like, having...
No, financially, I'd rather have a boyfriend.
Oh, true. I guess it's a little different.
I meant sugar daddy. I meant boyfriend.
Yeah, I guess, like, I don't know. In gay couples, it's all about equality. Fuck equality. No.
Yeah. I'm not into that in a relationship.
So, like, when you go on a first date, Chelsea, who was my guest a couple of weeks ago, she was saying, like she doesn't care how it sounds, but, like, she definitely expects, like, the guy to pay on the first date. And, like, she's like, it's fine. Like, if they do ask to, like, split it, it's fine. But, like, more likely than not, she's probably not going to go on the second date with them. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's a good question because I struggle with that a little bit. I think it depends on the person and it depends on the vibe. Like, I think it is kind of like the gentleman thing to do to at least get the first round. Like, I normally don't go on first dates that are like a sit-down dinner. Like, it's more like, let's grab a drink. I haven't been on a first date in a long time, but, like, from my memory.
You were supposed to recently.
Was I? Oh, God. Yeah. I feel like he wouldn't have paid.
If you're watching, hi.
Yeah. No. So yeah, like, but I have no problem if we go to the next spot grabbing it. Like, I'm okay with paying too.
Yeah.
But, like, there's something about splitting it that, or, like, a guy, like, let's say we go to one bar, right? Like, meet the guy for a drink, sit down at the bar, you just end up being there all night, right? Or you're going to the next spot and he's like, do you want to just split this? I'd be like, also, if they ask you out, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
You know, like, you asked me on the date.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's, like, maybe I need to grow past that. I don't know why that's, like, in my head. But I also have no problem picking up the bill, like, at the next spot. Mm-hmm. But, like, if I asked the guy out, I was like, do you want to grab a drink? Like, I would offer to pay. Like, I have no problem paying. Like, I make my own money.
I kind of get what you mean by the splitting thing. Something about that just seems so...
It feels cheap.
Yeah.
And I don't like cheap.
I almost would just, like, rather pay it myself.
Yeah.
Like, then, yeah.
But, like, if you get to a certain point, like, let's say it's, like, the third date or something, and he's like, you get drinks, and he's like, you want to split this? Like, fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the other thing. Like, we all live in New York. Like, we're all broke.
That's true. And shit's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
And...
But, like, yeah, I don't know. That's a tough question. That's tough. I think it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
And, like, the vibe. Like,
That
if
might
he's,
be
like, douchey about it.
Yeah.
Or he's just not the vibe at all and then asks you to split the check. Say you're going to the bathroom, find the nearest exit.
And run.
And go home.
That's great advice.
Yeah. I have a lot.
Advice? You should start a podcast and just, like, give people advice.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you gave me great advice. Like, not
what
too
was
long
it?
Speaking, like, finances
Yeah.
and credit cards. Oh my god, Noah just, like...
Yeah,
oh my god,
actually...
Noah is, like... Oh my god, he'd, like, try to fist me. Anyways, yeah, that was so funny. You, we were talking about credit cards. I don't remember what you said, but you were just like, swipe that card, like.
Yeah, I am really tired of people. No, let me restart.
Period.
Yeah, but that's a different topic. My whole thing is like, I'm not going to be young forever. I'm not going to be able to do these things forever. I work really hard.
You're young now?
No, not really. Like, I'm getting up there.
You're
but
30, right?
I look younger than
You're young.
I am. You know?
That's true.
Because I'm immature. No. You're not going to be this young forever. And I think everybody gets so tied up about, like, I don't want to be in debt. And I want to save all this money. And, like, save for what? Like, just go on that trip. Like,
yeah.
Swipe that credit card. Like, be a little poor. It builds character. Like,
yeah. You can tell when someone's never been poor in their life.
Yeah. From the second you meet them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that too. Like, I have a bunch of student loan debt, and, like, I haven't paid my student loans.
Everybody has student loan debt,
yeah.
though. Like, I feel like that bothers some of my friends or people that I talk to, and they're like, oh my god, my student loan debt. And I'm like, yeah, everybody does. Like, it might be at different levels, but, like, we all feel that. Like,
yeah.
Anybody that's our peers or that you're out with that is, like, nobody is, like, flourishing financially.
Yeah.
You know? Like, so I don't see any shame in being like, I'm going to book this flight on my credit card and get the hell out of here
yeah.
and have a really good experience, and maybe I'll come back, maybe I won't. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And, like, take it from me. I'm an accountant. No, I'm just kidding.
I literally just did that. I swiped my credit card, bought a flight to Cancun in August. Like,
amazing.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, and you're not going to regret it, you know?
Booked an all-inclusive resort that I can't afford.
Good. Like, that to me, like, don't go and, like, swipe your card and buy, like, a pair of shoes that you're never going to wear. Or do it. I don't know. Like, do whatever you want. But I don't see anything wrong with, like, being in a little debt because you had some fun.
Yeah.
I feel like there's such a stigma with, like, being in debt or, like, owing money and all that. Like, everybody does.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, I have this friend who's, like, trying so hard to, like, get rid of his student loans that he's, like, paying, like,
Why?
$500-$600 a month, and I'm like,
aren't they in, like,
you could literally die tomorrow,
right? And that's
like,
what we were talking about. Yeah, I was like, I could die, and then my debt is somebody else's problem.
Why worry about that when it could be someone else's? Like,
yeah, and then I'll have a beneficiary. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it just didn't. Oh my God. I'm going through it right now, Noah. But yeah, no, that's great advice. I really like that.
Yeah. If anybody needs any more financial advice,
DM Emma at...
Don't.
Oh my God. No, like, do people hit people up in DMs? Like, do guys, like, hit you up in the DMs?
No.
You're like, wait, should I be honest?
Yeah. Like, I've posted, like, yeah, no. Like, I'm interested in that, too. Like,
yeah.
Am I the only one that's being left out? Is it just me?
Yeah, like,
like, yeah.
No, the answer not yet. Because no one hits me up in my DMs. And, like,
I'm not...
like,
I think the other thing is like, I'm not like that on social media.
You don't
I'm
post,
not,
like, thirst
posting.
traps.
Yeah. Like, I have here and there. I've got an okay response, you know. It's like my mom, she's like, No, I'm just kidding. She doesn't have an Instagram.
But if she did, she would.
Maybe.
She would react with a sad face.
Yeah, just like stop being a whore. No. I'm not. Whatever this sliding into DM culture is, I'm not. Nobody invited me. I wasn't invited.
Same. I didn't
Yeah.
get an invite either. That's sad.
But I think that's okay. Like, I think it's overrated. I think it's because we're really classy.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely
Untouchable. Yeah.
Are you on the apps, like dating apps?
Yeah. I mean, I am, but I'm not. Like, I don't do anything on them.
Yeah, I like just window shop.
Nothing good comes from them.
Nope.
Nothing good.
Nope.
And it's nobody's fault. Like, I don't think anybody wants to be on them. You know what I mean? Like, I think we all get it. And it's there for you when you're like, had a half a bottle of wine and you're home alone and you're like, let me swipe through and be like, say something funny, and then it doesn't work out and then you're sad. You know? Like, it's a vicious cycle.
It's a lot of work. Like, you do have to say something funny. You can't just be like, hey, what's up? Because, like, conversation will get dry so quick. No one wants that.
Yeah.
It's like, it's too much work.
It also, like, I haven't been on many dates from apps that have gone well.
Same. I haven't been on many dates that have gone well, actually.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
So I don't know if it's the app or whatnot.
But I just don't know. Yeah, like, I don't know what else there is, really. I just have it to have it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing well on that either. Is it us?
Are we the problem? Probably.
Problem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
me.
it's time for controversial opinions.
Okay. Do
Okay.
I pick it?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you can.
No.
You know what? I'm going to pick it because there are some, like, really stupid ones in here. So, like, if I pick a stupid one, I just want to, like, go past it.
Okay.
No, you don't pick it. I don't like that one. I mean, we can do another
Just read it.
one. Okay. A lot of these were submitted by other people.
Okay.
Whoever submitted this is going to be so offended.
I think I
don't
submitted one, but I don't remember what I said.
I don't remember what you said either. This one says, I remember who submitted this one too. This is definitely true.
Okay.
It says straight men need therapy.
Yeah,
But
everybody needs therapy.
Everyone needs therapy. So it's like not
But
really.
straight men specifically.
Yeah. And like they're probably like the group of people that underutilize therapy, like that don't use therapy
Yeah.
more than anyone else, you know? I feel like every gay person I know is in therapy. Like
Yeah.
most women I know are like kind of in therapy.
I talked to my therapist today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm doing this podcast. Like,
No.
I don't want to do it, but like.
I forget what we talked about. It's so chaotic.
Yeah.
Like every single I use Talkspace. So you just send like voice notes back and forth to each
Oh.
other like when you're ready.
Oh.
And then you can have like a session like every month. But like
Talkspace sponsor us.
yeah. Every single time I go on I have like a new problem. Her head is probably spinning. Like she's probably like and I'm talking about something like whatever. It's working.
Is it? How long have you been doing it?
I've been using this therapist for a couple months. I had another therapist, like during the pandemic. I was so anxious during the pandemic, like just so worried about everything, like worried about my family, and like I didn't want to get like it was just like the great unknown.
Yeah.
You know, she was nuts. She cried to me on one of the therapy sessions about her deceased husband, and I was like, wait.
You sent your therapist to therapy.
Am I going to get paid for this? How does this work? And then, like, the next session, she was like, I don't think we need to meet anymore. Like, I think you're doing much better. Like, I think you're cured. And I was like, okay.
My God, the hell?
Yeah, it was a little chaotic.
That's wild.
So, find a good therapist. It's not just about going to therapy. It's about finding, like...
Is it like dating? Like finding a therapist?
No, really, it is. Yeah. Because, like, you know, sometimes you're just so excited to jump in, you'll do anything, and then you're like, oh, wait, never mind.
That's true. I should do therapy. I've never done therapy as an adult, and I'm embarrassed to admit that.
I don't think you should be embarrassed. I think, yeah, it's good for everybody to use, but, like, on your own time.
Yeah.
You know?
Also, I looked into it once. It's freaking expensive.
It's really expensive.
I know, and there's like this thing that like everyone should be in therapy, but like not everyone can freaking afford
Yeah.
it. It's really expensive.
And there's like a huge shortage of therapists too.
Is there?
Yeah, it's like hard to get one.
Oh,
Hard to get a good one too.
clearly.
Whatever. America, you know.
All right. In conclusion, everyone needs therapy, not just
Yeah.
straight men.
If you want it, but
yeah.
like, yeah.
Sure. Okay, next. No. No. Okay. This one is like a new one. When you wipe, do you stand up or do you sit?
Oh my god. I, I think it depends.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I sit when I wipe. But like and if you Google like the percentages, apparently like 90% of people like actually sit when wiping. But I was with a group of people this past weekend and like 4 out of the 6 people stand, and I was like, whoa, this is wild. Like, what are you doing up there?
I am blown away by this question.
You were not expecting this.
No.
You're going to be like, do not post this podcast.
I'm going to be thinking about this all the time now. Like, you know, what is that thing, like, when somebody points something out and then you can't do it right anymore? You know what I'm talking about? It's like
Everything.
a psychological thing. Yeah, okay.
Everything that I do.
Let's keep going. Give me another one.
Okay.
Hit me.
So, okay. This one. It's a quote. And it's a girl saying it. Like,
Okay.
It's not like a famous person. When girls say, I get along better with guys, that irks me so much.
As my sister would say, pick me vibes.
Have we had this conversation?
I don't know.
But yeah, very pick me vibes.
I get along better with guys. That means that.
Say it. Drag them.
I just don't like what.
Yeah, it's like.
Well, that's also like kind of. I don't want to drag anybody, but that feels kind of like you don't have a good group of girlfriends.
Yeah.
Or like you're hard to get along with, and maybe there are girls that get along better with guys, but somebody saying that kind of feels like you did something to a group of girls and they don't like you anymore, so you have to say that you get along better with guys.
And like, yeah, like to your point, like there may be some girls that do genuinely get along better with guys, but the girls that I know who have said that have also slept with all of the guys that they're friends with. Right. You know what I mean? So it's like, I know that's what you want to say. You want to say,
no. Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't even think of that.
Oh, same.
Because we don't sex shame here. We don't.
Did you speak to your PR manager before you came here?
Yeah, and you know what? I did send my rider.
Oh, yeah, I totally missed that.
I requested 78 Super Plus tampons.
You know, I don't have tampons, but I do have diapers.
Because you shit your pants that one time?
Yes. No. I ordered groceries on Amazon Fresh. And like Amazon always likes to like give me something extra that I didn't order. And this time they gave me diapers, like 78 diapers.
I would love if that's just somebody who works for Amazon who's like fucking with Jeff Bezos. Like they're just like, I'm going to throw some random thing like every once in a while, like just to slowly bring him down.
I was like, what is this?
That's amazing.
But they didn't like.
Well, that's good to know that you have them.
Yeah. And so I like texted all my mom friends. I was like, do you need these?
Yeah, that wasn't on my rider though.
Oh yeah. The tampons, sorry. Yeah. What else is on your rider?
I think that's it. I do like popcorn, but like not the kind that you put in the microwave, the one that you put on the stovetop. And I like it cooked with coconut oil. So I would definitely request that.
Okay.
And then LaCroix, but the ones that come in the bottle, which is rare. That's hard to find.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, it does. Because I don't like the way that drinks taste out of a can.
Oh.
And then like...
I've seen you drink many Tecates out of a can.
But, well... That I didn't ask for that on my rider, so that's besides the point. I think that would be it. Like, I'm not really that high maintenance.
That's such a good question. That's like a good like date question. Actually,
what would
no,
be
it's-
on your rider?
Yeah.
It would, honestly, if I was thinking about it seriously, it would be none of those things.
Yeah.
Definitely the tampons, though, because you never know.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Mine, I
The
would definitely,
diapers.
I'd want Diet Coke on mine.
Diet Coke.
Well, that'd be like number one.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Should we do one more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's rapid fire them.
I already picked this one and I said
So
no.
if you don't like them, then take them out so you don't pick them up again.
Okay. I don't remember where it is. This is a good one.
Okay.
This is very controversial, I think.
Okay.
Tipping culture.
Like tipping at the end of your meal?
Yeah, but like in general, I feel like
Are you a bad tipper?
no.
Oh.
And like I'm about to complain about a lot, but at the end of the day, I'm still tipping 20% at least.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like, damn, everyone gets a tip now. Everyone gets a freaking
Like
tip.
who?
I
Who's
mean-
getting tips? Not me.
I know. I should get a freaking tip.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
Oh, like they're
Ubers.
adding it to the end of
Ubers.
things.
You go
Yeah.
to get a coffee. You're
Yeah.
like they flip the freaking iPad and they're like tip, and it's like,
Yeah.
and then I just do it because I feel like embarrassed if I don't, and it's like, why? I'm getting a freaking cold brew. Why do I have to give you a tip for you pouring something out of a?
Yeah,
You know?
that's tough. That's a tough question. Like restaurants, bars, all of that. I like to tip generously.
Oh, yeah.
I worked in that industry for a
Same.
while, so like I know how it feels. And there's nothing better than getting a really good tip.
Oh yeah.
You know, even if you didn't really try hard or whatever, that wasn't your best table, like there's no better feeling.
Totally.
But I also get like working at a coffee stand and stuff like that. But like, I feel like having a jar out with like for cash tips is fine at like a counter, a coffee spot,
Yeah.
something like that.
It's not like
but
intimidating.
turning the iPad and being like, "Do you want a tip?" and it's like, so this coffee was already $7.
Right.
It just goes back to like everyone here is broke. Like
Yeah.
everything is so expensive. And I know that you're struggling. I get that, you know. But like please don't judge me for not giving you a $1 tip. And then, you know, some people would be like, "Well, if you can't tip $1, then don't get the coffee." And it's like, "Oh, that's not what it is sometimes. Sometimes I just need somebody else to make my coffee."
Yeah.
And then you get the bill and it's $7 and you're like, "What the fuck?" I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's so hard.
I know it. It is hard. I almost said I am hard.
This podcast is not rated.
I know. I've said so
There
many
needs to be a
foul
warning
things.
or like censor or something. Parental guidance.
When I upload it to YouTube, like one of the questions, like, "Is this for children?"
No.
No. Always no.
No.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know, with tipping, it's just like sometimes it's like frustrating, but I'm always gonna tip, and I've been
Yeah.
there, and I a lot of people like with like restaurants, a lot of people's like argument is like, well, they only make like $3 an hour, which like is so fucked up, and like,
Yeah.
but that shouldn't be an argument on like why I should tip. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's not necessarily my problem. And I'm going to reiterate again, I'm still going to tip. But like, you know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah.
it's not a good enough argument for me. Like, that's an argument you should give to someone else, not me.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, restaurants, bartenders, all that forever. People, like service industry, I get that. But I see what you're saying about like all these extra places where they're adding tips,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
countertop spots and all that, which is fine. Like, give the option to get a tip.
Yeah.
Maybe they will, but like, I don't want to feel guilty about tipping on something that I typically didn't
Right.
before.
I wish I could think of more. I feel like there's so many different like examples where I'm just like,
Yeah,
why am I
yeah, where it's
doing
come
this?
up randomly lately,
Yeah.
where I'm like, what?
yeah, it happens a lot.
Yeah.
But I wish someone would tip me
Oh,
for doing my job.
okay.
I mean, I do a job, I do a service.
Right.
Like, we work with clients. Like, I just sent a whole briefing doc. I should like, you know what? I'm gonna put my Venmo and my email signature.
Oh, yeah.
See how
You
that.
definitely will not hear from HR like about that at all. Like, you should try it,
Yeah,
but also like have your resume ready
yeah.
so that
She's
you
ready.
can go elsewhere when they bring that up. Yeah. I'm really not that interesting, so I'm surprised we got this much out.
I think you're very interesting.
Oh, thank you.
And I think you're funny
Oh,
as
thanks.
shit.
Thanks.
And this has been really fun.
Yeah, this is fun. I'll come every week. I have nothing else to do.
And now I kind of like wine.
Oh my god.
This has been good.
Yeah, it is good, right?
Or it's just got me through it really, but just kidding. All right. Well, thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, oh my god. All right, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.